Good evening. This here's a little video for Abaddon5. About a week and a half or so ago, he posted up a video where he was talking about, he'd mentioned a line about sitting in a corner judging people, and we exchanged a couple of comments back and forth, and he came up with the idea that we should do a video back and forth to each other, because I had mentioned that in college I had been a bartender slash waiter for a period, and he works in a coffee shop right now, so he thought it'd be a cool idea if we shared a few stories of some of the people that we had encountered. So this first encounter from when I was a bartender, there was this gal that I knew from around my college. She was a nice gal. She was proper, so to speak, I guess, and you know, she didn't, if she was wearing a buttoned up blouse, she didn't have a, you know, couple of buttons undone, but she didn't have it right tight to the collar either. But you know, she was she wasn't a prude, but she wasn't flash either, so she was a nice girl, let's say. But Rebecca, when she got drunk, well, let's just say her nickname at the bar was Backseat Becky when she got drunk. It was basically, she was a female Jekyll and Hyde, from being, you know, nice proper girl at school to a slutty little drunken ditch pig when she was out drinking. It was you know, and you see something like that, and because I knew her from both school and from the bar, it was one of those things that made me chuckle to see the two different personalities. And then there was this guy that was a semi-regular to our bar, and he wasn't a slob, so like, he didn't come in there covered in horse manure or anything like that, but he was basically a typical, you know, jeans and t-shirt, maybe the odd time wore a plaid lumber jacket kind of guy. And this wasn't a redneck bar or anything like that. It was just a regular bar that, you know, had the giant projection screen TV with early MTV on it, and that was basically what the place was. It was a college bar. Well, this guy was, he'd come hang out at the bar, and he usually got drunk, not always, but it was just a happy drunk. Well, he was interesting to watch because he would sit there once he got drunk in this stupor, literally, and he would get what I like to call faraway eyes. Now, some of you people will recall that line from a 70s song. But he would sit there, and you could literally be standing right in front of him, and he would be looking right straight through you. He wouldn't see you at all. He just was fixated on some point that was 25 miles away, and nothing roused him. I swear that the hottest woman in the bar could have walked over in front of him stripped naked, and he wouldn't have batted an eyelash. He was definitely one of our character semi-regulars. And then there were the people that were, you know, your typical assholes that go to bars. Whether it was, let's call him Bill, the pool shark that thought he owned the pool room, and he would try and bully people around in the pool room and think that he controlled the table. And how many times did we kick him out of there on a Friday or Saturday night because he was being a jerk? But he wasn't causing fights, he was just being a complete asshole and almost causing fights, so we'd send him home for the night and say, that's it, Bill, you've had enough and it's time for your fun to end. And then there were the two girls. Never did find out their names. There was a song that Madonna recorded back in, was it 84, I think it was, that Spanish song she did. And these two gals, whenever that song came on, they would get up onto the dance floor and dance with each other. And they were both really attractive women, probably both 5'2", 5'3", slender, really nice figure. And back at that time too, some of you older guys and gals will remember the jeans that the waist was extended upwards and it came up about 4 inches or 3 inches above the waistline, and some gals would wear them even with suspenders. So anyway, these two young ladies, every time that song came on, they would get up on the dance floor and dance, and they weren't touching each other, and but it was something. It was a sight to see, I'll tell you. The way those two young ladies moved, every single male eyeball was trained on them every time that song came on, because I wish I had a video of it to show you, because you guys would be like, okay, I see why everybody was fixated. It was very erotic, or just about erotic. I know I enjoyed watching them. So I guess I'll end it there. That's a few examples of some of the folks that I encountered in my life as a bartender / waiter. And look forward to hearing some of your stories there, Abaddon5. So good night. Hope you all enjoyed my little story.